the most difficult challenge you may have had in boxing?
Well, listen, with the fights that he's had and the wins that he's had under his belt, this is going to be the toughest fight because he's in great.
Joseph Parker admits he may have underestimated Daniel Dubois in the past, but he's entering their highly anticipated clash with renewed focus and a point to prove. Parker is on a mission to expose what he believes is hype surrounding the British powerhouse, determined to show that his experience, resilience, and superior ring IQ will outclass Dubois' raw aggression and power. This fight isn't just about redemption for Parker, it's a battle to solidify who truly belongs among the elite in the heavyweight division.
I'll be able to use speed and movement. I'll be able to use experience. I've been in the ring with a lot of top fighters. And had some good wins, had some losses, but I'm able to bring all of that and use it with this fight in front of me.
Joseph Parker admits he may have underestimated Daniel Dubois in the past, but he's entering their highly anticipated clash with renewed focus and a point to prove. Parker is on a mission to expose what he believes is hype surrounding the British powerhouse, determined to show that his experience, resilience, and superior ring IQ will outclass Dubois' raw aggression and power. This fight isn't just about redemption for Parker, it's a battle to solidify who truly belongs among the elite in the heavyweight division.
It was, obviously straight after the fight with Dubois and Joshua, they were waiting to see if Joshua was going to take the rematch, and my name was thrown in the picture, and a few other names thrown in the picture, but they sort of narrowed it down to myself, and then when they announced it online, I was like over the moon because I was looking for a big fight, and Daniel is a great fight to be involved with because he's in good form. He's looked great in his last 3 outings. And he's full of confidence. And with each fight, he looked better and better. So I have to be on my game and better than what I was against Zhang.
Joseph Parker sees his clash with Daniel Dubois as a key chance to cement his comeback and reclaim world champion status. Riding high on wins over Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang, Parker is ready to face one of the heavyweight division and #039's most dangerous prospects. Aware of Dubois and #039 raw power, Parker views this fight as the ultimate test of his experience and skill.
I have to really match him. I have to match him for the endurance that he's going to bring, but also he throws a lot of punches, power punches, combinations, and whereas the other guys didn't really throw too much, so I have to really lift my game for the bar.
The Parker versus Dubois fight promises a thrilling clash of styles. Dubois brings size and raw power, while Parker relies on technical skill and experience. With wins over heavy hitters like Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang, Parker has proven he can handle power, even if he doesn't match Dubois' punching strength. 19,684.
He has proven how to take away the threat of serious power in the way that he boxes. Obviously, Daniel Dubois, we know he's got some serious power, but
are you talking about Wilder in this instance?
Zhang got a lot of power as well.
Yeah, okay.
And Zhang's hands are actually quite fast.
Yeah, they're very fast.
Well, yeah, but his hands are quite rapid. Parker proved in those 2 fights that he can box to a game plan, stick to a game plan, and obviously execute a game plan. Now, the Debois thing is an interesting one because Dubois is quicker than the pair of them that we've just been speaking about, right? And he also carries that power.
Yeah.
Do not back against Joseph Parker in this fight because he could nullify this bomb. He could defuse this bomb and he could throw the cat amongst the pigeons with this particular fight. I agree with you. I think Dubois is the favourite going into the fight given the run that he's currently on. But Parker's tail will be up.
He's a live underdog
He's earned
for
this
sure.
opportunity and he could go in there and nullify this and absolutely...
Carl Froch offered a balanced take on the Dubois versus Parker clash, emphasizing both fighters' strengths. He believes Dubois' size and knockout power give him an edge, but highlights Parker's resilience, fitness, and boxing IQ as significant challenges. Froch noted Parker's proven stamina in 12-round fights and suggested that if Dubois can overcome Parker's craftiness and stay dominant in the later rounds, his power and confidence could secure a win.
Joseph Parker fight is bigger than Parker, naturally bigger. He punches hard on him, but Parker's on a couple of decent wins. Yeah, beat Zhang, he beat Deontay Wilder. They're good wins, in good form. Do you know what I mean? He's looking like he's really getting his second win in his career. So if Debois can beat Joseph Parker after the wipeout job against AJ, he really has established himself as a bona fide world champion.
Yeah.
So, and it's a fight that will be good because you never know because Parker's got all that. He's got bags of experience.
Chris Algieri sees Parker's adaptability as the key to victory, noting that Dubois has struggled against fighters who use movement and strategy, areas where Parker excels with his experience and ring IQ. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments.
Really tough fight for Dubois. Not an easy route for anyone in the heavyweight division. This new version of Joseph Parker. The guy's got a very good chin. He's got a great gas tank, good motor. He knows how to fight punchers. He's coming off of two humongous punchers in Wilder and Zhang. Granted, Wilder didn't fight the fight, doesn't look to himself, but Zhang sure did. Zhang dropped him twice. Parker got up and outboxed him. He's a very, very capable guy in there, even at heavyweight. He's a big guy too. People forget. Yes, he's a technician. Yes, he's kind of crafty and will outmaneuver you. But he's big enough, durable enough to deal with these super heavyweight guys and a big punch like Dubois. Very, very tough fight. Good match.
Chris Algieri sees Parker's adaptability as the key to victory, noting that Dubois has struggled against fighters who use movement and strategy, areas where Parker excels with his experience and ring IQ. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments.
I can see Parker beating him on points. Yeah. But Dubois is getting bigger and stronger all the time. Like Dubois is a different kettle of fish now 2 years ago. So, you know, when it only takes one fight to paint a picture. Like, I used to be known as one of the hardest men in British boxing. Yeah? I pull out in the corner against Fraser Clark. I'm a quitter on this and that. You know, you go from one of the hardest men in British boxing to a quitter overnight. But I used to look at Dubois and go, he's got a bit of quitting in him. He's a bit chinny out. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not anymore, is he? Like, he's walked through hrgovic, walked through Miller. Walk through Josh.
Sean Porter is backing Daniel Dubois, especially after his commanding win over Anthony Joshua. He credits Dubois' steady progress and activity for making him ready for Joseph Parker's challenge. Porter also pointed out that heavyweights often peak later, suggesting Dubois is nearing his prime and could solidify his spot among top contenders like Jarrell Miller and Filip hrgovic with a win.
Jarrell Miller, Filip hrgovic, Anthony Joshua now fighting Joseph Parker within 18 months. He's only 27 years old.
Love it. I love that he's been busy. His fight with Joshua wasn't a big bruiser, so you know coming back and especially coming back against Parker is that's a really good fight for him. I think it's a fight that he'll win, but it's a good boxing match. You know, and then like I always say, more than anything, I want to see good boxing matches.
I think that what's been incredible with Daniel was, you know, years ago he got stopped by Joe Joyce. A lot of people labelled him a quitter. Same thing happened in the Usyk fight.
He had to grow up. You know. And listen, this is what we know about heavyweights. They mature later than in the other weight class. You know, so he matured a little later, and I think he's grown through some of his growing pains. And the worst thing for a fighter is you see our growing pain.
Gil Jong, who went toe-to-toe with Joseph Parker in a competitive fight, predicts Daniel Dubois will come out on top. While he respects Parker's skills and toughness, Jong believes Dubois' aggressive style and growing confidence will tip the scales in his favor. From his own experience facing Parker, Jong highlights Dubois' ability to perform in crucial moments, which could lead him to victory.
I like both fighters. I respect both fighters, but somewhere in my gut feeling is telling me that Dubois is gonna win this one, and because I admire his style and I like how he approached the fight. I like Parker as well, but I believe subconsciously I believe Dubois is gonna win this.
Shannon Briggs acknowledges Joseph Parker and #039's resilience, but points out Daniel Dubois and #039's significant growth, especially in terms of punching power and tactical maturity. While Parker is tough, Briggs believes Dubois and #039's development gives him the edge. With Dubois being younger and stronger, Briggs suggests he may come out on top in this highly competitive matchup.
Guys fighting and staying busy and staying fighting. So he was the first guy really of this current era to me that would take a loss and come right back. Take a loss and come right back and get a win, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super impressed with him. Can he beat Dubois? He possibly can, but it ain't as easy as we say. As I would have said Parker all day before. But now, Dubois has changed. He changed up, man. He got better.
Malaji believes Daniel Dubois will need more than just explosive power to defeat Joseph Parker. He stressed that Parker and #039's versatile fighting style and ability to deal with aggression will require Dubois to use his boxing intelligence. Malaji suggests Dubois must adjust to Parker's tactics, think strategically, and adapt in the ring to secure the win.
It's a good question. You know, it's probably, you're looking at a multi-layered fighter when it comes to Parker. I think you're going to have to, Debois is going to have to show us something that we may not have seen in him. We know he's got this reputation as an explosive, bulky type of fighter who can create highlight reel knockouts. But I think he's going to have to show some of the IQ, if there is any, there. And that's going to expose whether there is any or not. And if he's able to beat Parker because he's going to have to show this IQ in this fight, then we're going to be able to check off another one of the boxes in terms of how we rate Dubois and say, okay, he's even higher and even better level than we've given him credit so far. You know, it's another one of those check marks that you can say, okay.
Nick Campbell believes the fight between Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker is too close to call. He highlighted Dubois and #039's aggressive power punching style versus Parker and #039's adaptability and strategic approach. Campbell sees it as an intriguing stylistic clash where Dubois seeks to dominate with power, while Parker uses his ring intelligence and versatility to counter Dubois's aggression.
I think if you need to be honest about it, you know, listen, Joe's a really good friend of mine, but if I want to be impartial and I want to pass comment on things and I want to, you know, I need to be honest about it. It is a 50-50 fight. I think you look at both guys' momentum, you know, like you just said, Dubois has been unbelievable in his last 3 fights, 3 big wins. You look at Joe, his last 2 fights, especially Wilder and Zhang, 2 unbelievable wins, 2 great performances. I think if you look at both fighters, they're both pretty opposing characters, pretty polar opposite really in their personality, the way they go about things, their journey so far.
Derek Chisora believes Daniel Dubois and #039's knockout power will be too much for Joseph Parker, predicting the fight will end within 5 rounds. Chisora emphasizes that Parker and #039's chin may not withstand Dubois and #039's power, noting that Dubois's ferocious punching ability will put Parker's defense to the test.
Think about that fight.
Which one?
Dubois Parker, if it does happen.
I think Dubois wins it. You know, because I don't think Joseph Parker's got a strong enough chin. Daniel hits hard. You know, Daniel hits hard. So I see that fight. Daniel winning in 5 rounds.
Lorenzo O and #039 Keith offers a more balanced perspective, recognizing Dubois and #039's power and speed, but suggesting that Parker's style could present serious challenges. O and #039 Keith highlights Parker and #039's experience, boxing IQ, and ability to control the pace, making it difficult for Dubois to dominate.
I want to get your thoughts on a few things in the heavyweight division. First of all, the announcement that Dubois is defending his belt against Joe Parker. Your thoughts on that fight?
I think it's a great fight, and I like they're really putting Dan in there. You know, fight after fight after fight, hard fights. You know, I think Joseph Parker stylistically could cause him a lot of problems with his speed and experience, and he's been in there with the likes of Wilder and Zhang, who are 2 massive punchers. So it's not like the power that Dan, because Dan's got great power, but it's not something he's never seen before.
Okoli acknowledges Dubois's strong form and confidence, but is not convinced of an easy victory, predicting that Parker will present a tough challenge in the ring.
I think Dan's just a bit too much on a roll right now, so I do favour Dan, but I can just see how Parker could just nullify and just work his way to points.
Amir Khan leans towards Dubois as the favorite, impressed by his power and technical skill. Having followed Dubois closely, especially after his win over Hrgovic, Khan believes Dubois and #039's confidence from recent victories, including his win over Anthony Joshua, will be crucial in securing a victory over Parker.
I like Dubois, man. Dubois a beast. Honestly, I said that from when he fought against Hrgovic. I said that, yo, who is this kid, man? I go, this kid's good. And I remember watching that live, and I like the way he fought and how he puts his punches together and how strong he is, and the way he took those fights apart. Obviously, he's coming off a great win against Anthony Joshua. He's gonna have more confidence. So yeah, I think I got Dubois Gordon.
Adam Smith acknowledges Dubois and #039's strength, but praises Parker and #039's preparation and condition. He highlights Parker and #039's excellent shape and top-tier team, setting the stage for a memorable performance. Smith is confident that Parker and #039's quality camp and determination will play a key role in his strong showing against Dubois.
Yeah, second one. No soft touch here. Joseph Parker's in the form of his life. Andy Lee has been amazing for him. I spoke to Joe on my podcast a couple of days ago, and he is just absolutely bang up for this. He's put a bit of muscle on. He's got George Lockhart with him. He's got Andy Lee. He's got a great team. Obviously, one of the nicest people in boxing. Daniel Dubois has got the momentum and the confidence now. It's fantastic being around him. He came back from a holiday in Brazil, super sharp. I saw him on the pads, maybe in his first or second training session back, and he looked incredible.
Ultimately, the Parker versus Dubois fight is a thrilling matchup with no clear favorite. Dubois holds the advantage in raw power and youth, but Parker's experience and technical skill make him a formidable challenger. It's a fight that could go either way, depending on how the fighters perform. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and Don and #039, don't forget to subscribe.